Forests are meant to be havens of peace, but what if something else is hiding in the shadows? In this video, we reveal 10 real clips capturing mysterious creatures roaming the woods. From the mildly eerie to the downright terrifying, their true nature remains a mystery to this day. Number 10. What was meant to be a simple, carefree afternoon by the river quickly turned unsettling. Two men laughed and splashed in the shallow water, completely absorbed in their own fun, unaware that something, or someone, was watching from the shadows. The camera, positioned to capture their antics, recorded more than just their playful moments. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but then, in the background, a faint figure appeared, sprinting toward them with an unnatural speed. In a blink, it plunged straight into the river, leaving no visible entry or exit, no splash large enough to match a human body. The two men never noticed. Their laughter continued, oblivious to the presence that had intruded upon their afternoon. When the footage is slowed down, the figure becomes chillingly clear, pale, almost translucent. It seems to emerge from thin air, moving in a way that defies explanation. No one came near the riverbank at that moment, yet something clearly entered the water. The image is brief, fleeting, yet impossible to ignore. Some who have seen it claim to feel a cold shiver just from watching. Its identity remains a mystery. Some believe it is the restless spirit of someone who drowned there long ago, drawn back to the water where their life ended. Others dismiss it as a trick of the light or a camera anomaly. Yet whatever it was, one thing is certain: it did not belong there, and the river, once a place of simple enjoyment, has become a silent witness to something inexplicably otherworldly. Number 9. What began as an ordinary hiking video quickly turned unsettling. A man was walking along a quiet forest trail in Jalisco, Mexico, documenting his journey along a dusty, sun-dappled path. Birds chirped overhead, and the occasional rustle of leaves made the forest feel alive, but nothing about the hike hinted at the unease to come. Later, when he reviewed the footage, he noticed something strange. Near the edge of the trail, barely visible at first, stood a tall, dark figure. Motionless and silent, it seemed to linger behind a tree, its presence so subtle that it could easily have been mistaken for a trick of shadows. But the more he watched, the more unmistakable it became. The figure had a humanoid shape, elongated and unnatural, and seemed to be tracking his movements from a distance. Every step he took, it remained there, just at the edge of visibility, as if waiting for the right moment to make itself known. The hiker had no idea he was being observed. No other people were on the trail that day, and no one ever came forward to explain the apparition. Even more disturbing, in the very next frame, the figure vanished entirely, leaving nothing behind. Not a trace, not a ripple in the leaves, nothing to hint that it had ever been there at all. Some believe it was the spirit of the forest, a guardian or observer that moves unseen among the trees. Others speculate it was something far more sinister, a being whose motives remain unknown. Whatever it was, its presence was deliberate, calculated, and chilling. The trail, once a place of peaceful exploration, had become a stage for something that did not want to be noticed, but was undeniably there. One thing is certain: on that quiet day in Jalisco, something was watching him, and it made sure he never saw it with his own eyes. Number 8. Late at night, movement was spotted on a nearby rooftop. At first it seemed like a shadow, but then it rose, revealing not one, but two enormous figures pacing slowly across the house. Their height compared to the windows below made one thing obvious: they were not human. The footage is shaky, yet undeniably chilling. No one saw them arrive. No sounds, no footsteps, just two towering silhouettes gliding silently in the dark. Experts have debated whether it's a visual trick, a hoax, or something far stranger. No official explanation has ever been given. After only a few seconds, the creatures vanish, leaving a single haunting question: what kind of beings roam rooftops, towering over houses in the dead of night? Number 7. A long, deserted road stretches endlessly into the night, flanked by trees that block out any hint of civilization. Trucker Pedro was driving through rural Louisiana, filming his usual route for TikTok, when his dash cam captures something deeply unsettling. At the edge of the asphalt, a girl appeared, sitting perfectly still, dressed entirely in white. There was no movement, no passing cars, no houses nearby, nothing else to explain her presence. Pedro didn't stop. He didn't even slow down, assuming perhaps it was a trick of the headlights or a mannequin left by pranksters. But when the footage went online, viewers were immediately disturbed. Her appearance was unnatural, too pale, too rigid, too eerily still. And what was a child doing completely alone in the middle of nowhere at that hour? Some dismissed it as a staged scene, but many now believe Pedro didn't just capture a strange roadside sight. He may have caught a ghost. The image lingers in the mind long after watching, a silent, chilling reminder that the night sometimes holds things we are not meant to see. Number 6. The streets were already flooding, water rising quickly as people scrambled to reach higher ground. 2 women waded through knee-deep water, their movements cautious, while someone filmed the chaotic scene unfolding around them. Shouts echoed, cars struggled through the deluge, and the city seemed suspended between panic and confusion. But in the background of the footage, something unusual appeared. A girl, perfectly still, dressed entirely in white. She stood in a corner next to a building, completely unnoticed by anyone else. Her presence was unnatural. She didn't move, didn't speak, and didn't react to the rising flood or the people around her. Most chilling of all, she had no reason to be there. A child alone on a flooded street made no sense, yet there she was, visible only for a brief, haunting moment before vanishing back into the shadows as if she had never existed. Some claim it was the spirit of a lost child, a ghost lingering where tragedy once struck. Others believe it was something far darker, something intentionally avoiding discovery. Whatever it was, one thing is certain. It wasn't meant to be seen, and yet, it found a way to reveal itself. Number 5. High in the branches, just above the horizon, something was watching. A man walking at dusk suddenly stops and raises his camera. There, perfectly still, rests an enormous snake, coiled atop a tree with its head raised, eyes fixed on him. Its body seems far too heavy for the tree to support, yet it remains balanced and motionless, almost unnaturally so. The footage is real, but viewers online couldn't stop questioning it. How can a snake that massive rest on such a thin branch? Why does it seem so alert, so focused? Some suggest it's an undiscovered species. Others believe it's something far stranger. Whatever it is, one thing is clear. It has no intention of coming down. Number 4. A drone drifts silently over a dense forest, capturing rows of tall, still trees, until movement disrupts the calm. Suddenly, the treetops shake violently, section after section bending and crashing, as if something enormous is forcing its way through. Yet the drone records no animal, no vehicle, nothing to explain the chaos. Whatever is causing it seems to follow a hidden path beneath the canopy. The footage went viral, with viewers comparing it to scenes from dinosaur or kaiju movies. But this isn't fiction. This happened in real life. Some believe it's a massive, unknown creature. Others suspect secret military experiments. Whatever the cause, the trees reacted as if something truly enormous was there, and no one ever discovered what it was. Number 3. A young man ventures deep into the forest, flashlight in hand, filming his hike. But what he discovers among the trees is far from ordinary. Half buried in the dirt lies a bright red coffin. No cemetery, no markers, no graves, just a lone coffin standing in the middle of the woods. As he approaches, the camera picks up something else. A strange sound and then eyes glowing in the darkness, watching him from the trees. He quietly backs away, never daring to open it. The coffin was real, with a black cross resting on top, as if someone had deliberately buried it there. Who placed it? Why so far from civilization? No one knows. The very thought of something buried in the forest, guarded by an unseen presence, is enough to keep anyone from returning. Number 2. Captured by a security camera in Veracruz, Mexico, this footage has left even the most skeptical viewers stunned. In the dead of night, near a workshop, the camera catches a strange figure, low to the ground, almost animal-like. But then it moves in a way that defies explanation. Within seconds, it rises. Its shape stretches and shifts, and what once seemed like a small creature now takes on a human form. Many believe this is a real Nahual, a shape-shifting being from Mesoamerican legend, said to transform between animal and human. There are no special effects, no edits, just one continuous shot of something changing before our eyes. Experts haven't been able to debunk it, and locals say sightings of similar figures are not uncommon in the area. Real or not, this is one of the most chilling captures of something that shouldn't exist, transforming right on camera. We've seen shadows in the woods, figures on rooftops, ghosts by the roadside, and even creatures shifting shapes. But nothing comes close to what was caught in the next clip. This is the most disturbing sighting on the entire list. Number 1. This photo has been circulating online for years, and many believe it captures something that shouldn't exist. Perched high atop a dead, gnarled tree, A dark humanoid figure stares directly at the camera, his presence both impossible and unnerving. Its limbs are unnaturally long, bending at angles that no human body should, and its twisted posture gives the impression that it could move in ways we cannot comprehend. The eyes, or what appear to be eyes, seem almost predatory, fixed on the lens as if aware of being watched. No one knows who took the photo, where it was captured, or even when it happened. There is no verified source, no accompanying story, and no explanation. The anonymity only amplifies the fear it evokes. Some claim it's a hoax, a clever manipulation of shadows and branches. Others argue that nothing could mimic the exact proportions and the malevolent aura of the figure. With no context, no witnesses, and no answers, the image remains profoundly unsettling. It lingers in the mind long after it's seen, a silent reminder that some things exist just beyond the edge of understanding. For many, this single photograph is the most terrifying on the entire list, an unexplainable glimpse into something that perhaps should never have been seen.